Hey, what's up guys, Stanley here bringing you guys another Tower Fantasy video, and as we are getting closer and closer to the official release date, at least within China, we have some more news to show you guys. But before we get started, if you guys could leave a like and subscribe as it pushes this video out to way more people, and anyone who's into Tower Fantasy can see what is going on. Recently, Hotta Studio released a bit of a frequently asked questions guide to let everyone know how things are going to work within Tower Fantasy and what you should be expecting on the day of release. For starters, the game will be releasing on December 16th at 6 p.m. or 1800 in China. I live in California though, so that is more like 2 a.m. my time. However, the game will be open for pre-downloads on December 14th at that same time, so 6 p.m. Chinese time, 2 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. But if you're wondering how to actually play the game, there are a myriad of ways of how to do this. I even made a video a week and a half ago of how Western players can actually play the game without needing to have a Chinese ID, so please watch that if you want to know any tips. But if you live within China, or if you just want to know all the ways to download the game, you can download it through TapTap, Bilibili, or through the official Tower Fantasy website on Perfect World. As for minimum and recommended specs for phones or tablets, they wrote that down as well. At minimum, you need to have a Kirin 710 or a Snapdragon 660. However, for recommended device specs, they recommend a Kirin 980, 985, 990, and 9000, a Snapdragon 855, 865, 870, and 888, and a Demon 800 or 1000. For our iOS users out there, you need to be at iOS 12 or above, and you need at least an iPhone 7. But they recommend iPhone 13s, 12s, 11s, and Xs that work perfectly fine. In terms of iPads, the minimum configuration of iPad that you can use is an iPad Air 2nd generation, but anything above that is perfectly fine. iPad Air 3rd generations, iPad Mini 5th generations, iPad Pro 3rd generations, iPad Pro 4th generations, anything from that lineup is perfectly fine. In terms of PC specs, I can't really find anything on that, but it doesn't seem like a very intensive game, so if you've been able to run anything from this recent generation, you should be fine. In terms of storage for the game, the Android version is 2 GB, and the iOS version is about 4, but they recommend that you save about 10 GB of space to play the game actually. If you pre-registered on the website to get some of those awesome bonuses, you will be getting those as well. Each account obviously can only get one of that set of rewards, so be wary if you did sign up for that. They also have a pretty interesting set of 2 questions that I want to read out for you guys. One question asks, what should I do if my treasure chest is opened by other pioneers? They respond by saying that there are shared resources in the big world, and random treasure chests are a part of that shared resource pool. So if you are looking for a treasure chest and another player opens it, then it's a part of that shared pool. But they will be refreshed at random, so it's not like if they open it once, it's done. Things like supply compartments, dandelions, the flowers that you throw stuff in, bosses, etc. They will produce one-time exclusive resources that are bound to your character, so no one is going to steal your items and you don't have to worry about someone coming up and just nabbing your junk. Another question asks that a player always touches the weapon button by mistake, what should they do? And developers respond by saying that though they have optimized the layout of the weapon field, Tower Fantasy has added a place where you can actually change your interface so it suits you better by going to settings other than interface settings, and then you can choose it to be in a position that best suits you as a player. Besides that though, that's about it when it comes to Tower Fantasy. I'm so excited to get this game started, this party started. The downloads will be available December 14th. The game will be launched December 16th. What are you guys excited to do first in the game? I am ready for anything that happens. I really hope that the game is fixed up and is in a better spot. This is kind of like an early access release, but in China. So hopefully they fix their stuff, they sort things out, and I just hope everything comes together beautifully. But what do you guys think? Leave a comment in the comment section down below. Be sure to read all of your questions, comments, and responses. That has been all for today, everyone. My name is Taylor, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya!